So hello, we are doing complete course for EPFO. We have already completed the entire accounting principles that was being divided into 19 chapters, and we have completed the entire syllabus for that. So on the same channel you will find a playlist called EPFO 2025. There you will find everything. At the same time, talking about the PDF, you will find this PDF as well as the other PDFs, other resources for this exam as well as the other exam and important exam notifications, updates, everything on the Telegram. Name of the channel is EduAastra. So we have already completed these 100 questions. Now we'll start with our 101. If you haven't watched it, then you can have a look at this first, then go and have a look at the PDF and then go back to the previous video in which we'll find other 100 questions. So change in depreciation method is treated as change in accounting estimate. On sale of asset, gain or loss is transferred to profit and loss account. Then depreciation continues even if asset is idle. The provision for depreciation account is a contra asset account which is represented by C. Then revaluation of asset is governed by AS 10, which is our accounting standard. So these are very important. Accounting standard 1, accounting standard 6, 9, 10 and so on. हमने और भी important देखे हैं. So you can have a look at that chapter. Then when accumulated depreciation equals cost, assets book value is nil. Depreciation or leased asset is charged by leasee. Then residual value means expected value at the end of useful life. Obsolescence mean asset becomes outdated. हमने बात की थी टेक्नोलॉजी की, I2, I3, I4, I5 एंड सो ऑन. ठीक है, तो ओल्ड टेक्नोलॉजी जो होती है वो धीरे धीरे रिलेवेंट होने लगती है. दैट इज योर ऑब्सोलेंस. हमने डिप्रिसिएशन में बात की थी, हम बात कर रहे थे वेयर एंड टेयर एंड अदर थिंग्स. देन डिप्रिसिएशन इज मैंडेटरी अंडर कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. Then provision is created for known liability of uncertain amount. Reserve is created for strengthening financial position. Provision reduces profits of the year. Reserve can be used for distribution of dividends if free. General reserve is also called revenue reserve. Capital reserve arises from non-trading transaction. Provision for doubtful debts appear in liability side or deducted from debtors. Then secret reserves are credited by undervaluing assets or overvaluing liabilities. Then contingent liability is shown as a note to accounts. Transfer to reserve is an appropriation of profit. Then asset is a resource controlled by enterprise. Liability means present obligation of enterprise. Equity equals asset minus liability. हमने एक गोल्डन रूल भी पढ़ा था, इसमें हमने याद किया था एस्पिरेंट सीरीज को, संदीप भैया को, वो एलसी बने थे, इसलिए ए इज इक्वल टू एल प्लस सी से हमने याद किया था ए एल सी. दैट इज एसेट is equal to liabilities plus capital. ठीक है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ये एज इट इज आया हुआ है फॉर्मूला. ठीक है, तो ALC याद रखना है, असिस्टेंट लेबर कमिश्नर बने थे वो, तो ALC एसेट इज इक्वल टू लाइबिलिटी प्लस कैपिटल. देन एक्सपेंस डिनोट्स कॉस्ट incurred फॉर अर्निंग रेवेन्यू. इनकम इज इंक्रीजिंग इन इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट्स. ड्राइंग रिड्यूसेस क्या, कैपिटल. Then capital is owner's claim on business. Provision is charge against profit. Reserve is appropriation of profit. Goodwill is intangible asset. Then accounting standards हमने जो chapter किया था, go and have a look at that chapter as well. There you will find more information. Then accounting standards are issued by ICAI. You tell me what is the full form of ICAI. At the same time what is the full form of IFRS. ठीक है, हमने किया था, so you will tell me. Then AS1, that is accounting standard 1, relates to disclosure of accounting policies. ये as it is ये भी आया हुआ है previous year में. Then accounting standard 2 deals with valuation of inventories. Accounting standard 3 cash flow statement. Accounting standard 6 now merged with AS10 related to depreciation accounting. Then India accounting standard are based on IFRS. So इसका full form you will tell me. ठीक है. Then compliance with accounting standard ensures comparability and transparency. Accounting standard 9 relates to revenue recognition. Then AS10, accounting standard 10 refers to property, plant and equipment. Accounting standard 13 deals with accounting for investment. Then cash flows are classified into operating, investing and financing. Cash equivalent includes short-term highly liquid investment. Depreciation is a non-cash item added back in cash flow. Issue of shares for cash is financing activity inflow. Purchase of machinery is investing activity outflow. Dividend paid is financing outflow. सो इस चैप्टर से एज इट इज़ ये वाले क्वेश्चन आते हैं, प्रीवियस ईयर के भी हमने देखे थे इन दी चैप्टर. देन कैश रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम कस्टमर इज operating activity. Interest received for non-financial firm is investing activity inflow. Net increase or decrease in cash is shown at the end of statement. Cash flow statement is governed by accounting standard 3. Then inventory valuation is governed by accounting standard 2. Inventory is valued at cost or net realizable value, whichever is lower. FIFO method assumes first goods purchased are first sold. So FIFO का full form क्या होता है? फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. मतलब आप पहले आए हो तो आपको ये पहले सर्व किया जाएगा. सो दैट इज फर्स्ट गुड्स परचेज आर फर्स्ट सोल्ड. लीफो इज लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. एग्जाम्पल, किसी स्टैक में आपने चीज़ें रख दी, सबसे ऊपर आया है वो सबसे पहले रिमूव हो सकता है उस स्टैक से. ठीक है. सो दैट इज योर लीफो मेथड. सो लास्ट गुड्स परचेज आर फर्स्ट सोल्ड. Then weighted average method assumes average cost per unit. Periodic inventory system means stock taken at period end only. Now weighted average method, straight line method, इन सब के फॉर्मूलाज हमने देखे हैं पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर्स में. गो एंड हैव अ लुक. अब आपने ये देख लिया तो चैप्टर्स देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, तो ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. These are just to supplement your preparation so that nothing is left. Now nothing is left from when we cover this 200th question. With that 200th question, nothing will be left in your principle of accounting. ठीक है. principle of accounting में nothing is left. So it is very unlikely if you get any question out of this, because you will not if the question is from accounting. And we'll do other portions as well, that is your auditing, insurance, social securities, labor laws and so on. Then perpetual system means continuous records of stock. Investment valuation is guided by, अभी ऊपर देखा क्या, auditing standard 13. Then current investments are valued at lower of cost and fair value. Long term investment are carried at cost less permanent diminution. Then current ratio is current asset divided by current liabilities. Ideal current ratio is 2:1. PYQ है ये previous year का. Then quick ratio is current asset minus stock minus prepaid expenses divided by current liabilities. Debt equity ratio measures long-term solvency. Proprietary ratio is equal to shareholders fund divided by total asset. Gross profit ratio. Gross profit divided by net sales into 100. The net profit ratio is equal to net profit divided by net sales into 100. Inventory turnover ratio. Cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Return on investment, net profit divided by capital employed into 100. Working capital is equal to current asset minus current liabilities. Then cash flow differs from fund flow because fund flow shows movement of working capital. Cash, the non-cash items are added back or deducted in cash flow from operations. Purchase of shares in another company is investing outflow. Issue of debentures is financing outflow. Issues of debenture is financing inflow. Repayment of bank loan is financing outflow. Income tax paid is treated as operating outflow. अगेन इनसे भी एज क्वेश्चन आते हैं कि आपको पूछ लेंगे कि इनफ्लो है या आउटफ्लो है. देन नॉन कैश ट्रांजैक्शंस आर disclosed separately as notes. Cash flow helps assess liquidity and financial adaptability. Then interest paid for non-financial entity is financing outflow. Dividend received for non-financial firm is investing inflow. Then share capital represents owner's contribution to company. Issue of shares at premium creates securities premium reserves. Minimum subscription means minimum amount required to proceed with issue. Shares can be issued at discount only to employees under ESOP और as per section 53 exceptions. ठीक है. इक्विटी दे देते हैं सैलरी के साथ साथ, दैट इज योर ESOP. देन forfeiture of shares means cancellation due to non-payment of call money. Reissue of forfeited shares cannot exceed the amount forfeited. Then calls in arrears represent unpaid amount on shares. Calls in advance represent amount received before due date. Oversubscription occurs when applications exceed number of shares issued. Bonus shares are issued out of free reserves or share premium. Rights issue is offered to existing shareholders. Preference shareholders have preferential rights to dividend and capital. Equity shareholders are real owners of company. Capital reserves cannot be used for distribution of dividends. Share premium can be done for writing of preliminary expenses. Minimum face value of share in India is rupee 1. Sweat equity shares are issued to employees director for their know-how services. Buyback of shares is governed by Section 68 of Companies Act 2013. 18 चैप्टर में हमने किया था ये. Then share capital shown in balance sheet represents paid up capital. Forfeited shares account balance is shown under share capital. So that's it. Have a look at the other 100 questions as well at the same time. Starting 2 videos of this series, EPFO 2025, you will find 2 videos जिसमें हमने बात की पूरा एनालिसिस की अबाउट दी स्ट्रैटेजी, किस पोर्शन से कितने नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वर देयर इन द प्रीवियस 3-4 years, कितने कितने क्वेश्चन आए हैं. मैक्सिमम यू मस्ट बी अवेयर इंग्लिश के ही रहेंगे अराउंड 20-25. आफ्टर दैट देर आर वेरियस पोर्शंस, सो हैव अ लुक एट that video one so that you'll be aware कि you should give more emphasis to which of the topics. So here also we'll cover the entire syllabus. So that's it in this. All the very best and thank you. You'll get this PDF and the other videos on the Telegram. So that's it. Thank you.